I interviewed Sam Bankman-Fried, and he hated it so much that he left within minutes.
The question is like, we know that you're not, the problem is like every time it comes to this hard point, the answer seems to always be, I made an embarrassing mistake. But at what point are you going to say like, no, I'm a smart guy, right? You were at the highest levels of this entire industry. You were the guy to go to, the smartest guy in the room, right? It's hard to believe that you made this many embarrassing mistakes. One embarrassing mistake, I get it. But everything's an embarrassing mistake. At least tell us that you knew that the mark to market made no sense.
Okay, now this question really fries my onions, burns my muffins, you guys, because first of all, you don't even know me, so that's just a lucky guess. Let me tell you something else. I'm doing a service, providing a service. People have questions, I have answers.
Of course, we have to look at who were the adults in the room. One of the adults, obviously, was Dan Friedberg, Chief Regulatory Officer. I'm sure you're aware he was behind the ultimate bet scandal where he gave players God mode in a poker game where people could see the hands, and he actually basically conspired with Russ Hamilton to hide that. So does that suggest something about your intention that you hired a guy that basically one of his biggest achievements was hiding fraud? Can you explain sort of your thinking? I know you don't want to talk about him. Can you explain your thinking about why this would be the guy you choose as the chief regulatory officer?
Simple. Okay, here's the situation. My parents went away on a week's vacation and they left the keys to my brand new Porsche. Will they mine? Well, of course not. Do girls' privates know rap songs? No.
But why'd you choose him specifically? I mean, obviously, you could have chosen a lot of different lawyers to go with. And I understand you had multiple lawyers, but if this story of FTX is largely a failure of regulation, a failure of controls at an organization, and your chief regulatory officer is Dan Friedberg, the question is, well, maybe this wouldn't have happened if you hadn't put a guy like this in front of this. I'm not obviously saying it's his fault solely, but I'm just asking sort of what was the thinking behind putting this guy in charge? Because it seems like you couldn't pick a less qualified candidate if you want to get actual regulation in the room.
So let me get this straight. You're Mr. Big Shot because you're in a garage with your swear words. And I'm a girl's privates? Even though I sleep in a big boy bed with Star Wars sheets with stormtroopers on them with laser guns? And I sleep with the door open sometimes. And yes, I have a nightlight in the shape of Mickey Mouse. So what, Mr. Big Shot swear words? Do loud noises give me mild panic attacks? Yes. Does this make me a girl's privates? The answer's no. Do I have a fear of blimps? Sometimes. I have an inhaler on my keychain and no keys. And I like to go to the mall wearing my harness. I'm scared of horses. And yes, I'm nervous around clowns. And if all these things make me a girl's privates, then I guess I'm a girl's privates, Mr. Harley Davidson 56, if that's even your real name. I guess I'm just a big old flabbity.
Sam, thank you so much for your time, and Coffeezilla and other speakers. Thank you so much, Marty. Everybody, thank you so much.
And we'll talk next time.